everything seemed so calm and romantic. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, one of Hollywood's brightest star couples, after 9 years together, have a sweet little daughter named Daisy Dove. They were always seen smiling in photos, and even their engagement felt like a real-life love story. But now, like a silent shock, the official news of their breakup has spread everywhere. And it wasn't just the news. The signs had been there for a while. Katy's strange absence from Jeff Bezos' wedding, Orlando's cryptic Instagram posts, and that forced smile during their tour in Australia. By carefully reviewing the news, the posts, and moments that seemed simple at first glance, we realized this breakup had been slowly unfolding long before the official announcement. In this video, we'll walk step by step through all the signs, the hidden messages, and the words that may have never been said aloud, but can clearly be understood through the facts. The first sign that caught everyone's attention was Katy Perry's absence from one of the biggest events of the year, Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding in Italy. Orlando Bloom showed up alone, stylish, composed, but without his partner, while Katy was thousands of miles away in Australia with their daughter. Meanwhile, Lauren Sanchez, the bride herself, left a comment under one of Katy's Instagram posts. "We missed you, Katy." Just a friendly message? Maybe, but for the fans, that single sentence raised 1,000 questions. Why didn't Katy go? Why did Lauren say, "We missed you"? And why, at the exact same time, was Katy posting all these cheerful, almost forced smile selfies? Was Katy hiding the truth behind a mask of sunshine and travel? After that strange absence, everyone's eyes turned to Orlando Bloom's Instagram. In the silence following the wedding, Orlando posted a story. No photo, no tag, just a simple sentence. "Sometimes the loudest cry is silence." A short sentence, but a heavy one, as if it came from someone who had something to say, but not to everyone. Just 2 days earlier, he had posted another story with this quote: "Each day is a new beginning. What you do today matters the most." Some said it was just a motivational phrase, but many, especially his longtime fans, were sure this was a hidden message, a quiet way to say things that couldn't be spoken aloud. Were these just stories, or a silent cry for someone still in his heart? After all the rumors and news of the breakup, Katy Perry decided to step away from the heavy spotlight for a while and headed to Rottnest Island in Australia, a place known as home to one of the cutest animals in the world, the quokka. With her signature smile, Katy sat beside a quokka and shared the moment with her fans on Instagram. The quokka, a small, furry, and incredibly friendly creature, is famously known as the happiest animal in the world. And maybe its presence on this trip as a symbol of Katy's attempt to find joy again. This getaway wasn't just about meeting a quokka. It was also a chance for Katy to find some peace, to step away from the noise of the headlines, and focus on herself and her daughter, Daisy Dove. But right around the same time Katy was trying to lift her spirits with quokkas and smiles, Orlando Bloom, on the other side of the world, in Italy, was attending one of the biggest events of the year, the wedding of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, without Katy by his side. Orlando showing up alone at such a high-profile ceremony sparked a lot of curiosity. Why wasn't Katy there with him? Was the breakup already planned? Or was it a sign of a quiet distance that had been growing between them for some time? And the most interesting part? Lauren Sanchez, the bride herself, left a comment under Katy's Instagram post saying, "We missed you, Katy." A simple sentence, but one filled with hidden meaning. while everyone was waiting for one of them to finally break the silence. No one said a word, but instead the sign slowly started to surface, hidden in plain sight across social media. Fans began to notice that Orlando had quietly deleted several old photos with Katy from his page. His Instagram feed looked emptier than ever. And on the other side, Katy had archived all her posts about Orlando. It was as if both of them were gently, quietly, erasing the past from the world's view. And in the end, that silence spoke louder than any words ever could. But the story didn't end with just that one comment. When Lauren Sanchez wrote, "We missed you, Katy," under one of her Instagram posts, the internet exploded. Fans and reporters started digging. Was Katy actually invited and chose not to go? Or was she never on the guest list to begin with, and this was just a gentle olive branch? Some even said the comment felt like a public call-out after such a suspicious absence, as if everyone was waiting to hear it from Katy herself. Why wasn't I there? But Katy? She's still silent. A few days after his now famous story that read, "Sometimes the loudest cry is silence," Orlando Bloom returned to Instagram. But this time, he shared a different quote, a well-known line by Carl Jung, the 20th century psychoanalyst. "Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself." This wasn't just a thoughtful quote. It was loaded with emotion, a clear sign of someone carrying a quiet sorrow. Many said this new story felt like a continuation of the first one, a subtle way of saying, "There are still things left unsaid inside me." He didn't name anyone. He didn't explain. But repeating a quote like that, in that moment, spoke louder than any statement could. Was this a message for Katy? Or just the quiet voice of a man who no longer feels heard? On the surface, everything ended amicably. Official representatives for Katy and Orlando finally broke their silence and told the media. Their main focus now is their daughter Daisy. They want to continue co-parenting with respect, love, and stability. From the outside, it may look like a mature decision. But if we look closer, this ending began long ago. According to close sources, the distance between them had been growing for months. At events, Orlando started appearing alone. Katy spent more of her time with Daisy and her team. There were no public fights or dramatic scenes, but their silence spoke louder than 1,000 words. When two people choose to stay together, not for love, but for their child's peace, it means something deep within them has quietly ended. And now, we're just piecing together the fragments of that quiet, yet heavy, ending. Katy and Orlando are now continuing their lives on separate paths. Although they're no longer the romantic couple they once were, their commitment to their daughter, Daisy Dove, remains strong. Both have shown that their top priority is Daisy's growth and happiness. In the end, this separation isn't a failure. It's a sign of maturity and respect. Respect for themselves, for their feelings, and for the future they want to build. Some stories end simply to make room for better ones. Staying united for the sake of their child, that's what real love looks like. And we'll be watching to see what new direction these two stars take next. Thanks for being with us, and don't forget to follow our channel for the hottest celebrity updates.